What's going on, good people? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever this may find you. I just wanted to talk to you all today about, of course, like as usual, something that's been on my heart and my brain. But before I start, I want to let you know that today's topic is brought to you by Phoenix. It's a special blend I make myself. Very fresh, very light, very, very sexy. Man, get at me about it. Ladies, also get at me for all of your fragrance needs as well. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about today is simply owning your shit. Okay? Own your shit. Like, I don't have a problem, and I don't think anybody really has a problem with anything that may be wrong with a person, whether it be physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, or anything like that. I don't really think people have a problem with it. But the problem lies is when you bullshit people about it. When you act like that deficiency or that defect isn't there. Now, in a sense, if you are acting as if that defect or, that not so savory quality is not there in an effort to make it not be there, then by all means, I can get with that. I think most people can. However, if you're just acting like it's not there in an effort to mask the fact that it is there, then that's a huge problem. That's deceitful. Like, to give you an example, I'm legally blind. I have to go through a lot of things just to make these videos, but I do it, But walking around in life, out in the world, a lot of people don't even know that I'm legally blind, And before you even start asking, like, okay, my left eye has no retinal attachment. It does get lazy. It does wander from time to time. And I have no organic lens in my right eye, So I need contacts and or glasses all the time, But I come off as if I'm not blind or legally blind in an effort to not have it handicap me, in an effort to be better, get stronger, not be dependent on anyone or something else to be able to, besides my glasses and my contacts, but to do my best to not have to be dependent, on anybody, Now, but I also own my shit. When I'm at work and customers are like, man, your glasses are thick. I'm like, yeah, I'm legally blind. And I instantly go to the left eye, pull my lid down. I go into the whole spiel about it, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, nah, it's okay. You're fine. You're still an asshole, because even if I wasn't, it's not polite to talk about the thickness of a person's glasses. But I digress. Now, let's take another example. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm very straightforward. I'm blunt. I speak my mind. And I call a spade. Bottom line. Now that offends a lot of people. And rightly so, because a lot of people can't take 100 proof whiskey, You got people out here that are made for wine coolers. And you have people out here that are made for, Johnny Walker or Glenlivet, or Glenfiddich. Good, strong, premium whiskey, for those of you who don't know. But outside of that, people know that about me. If you don't like it, that's on you. But at least you know. I give everybody an opportunity to decide whether or not they want to deal with me. They get me, they get the raw me, they get the real me. You know? Now, when I'm at work, yes, I pull it back. But when it comes to intimate, interpersonal relationships, oh, it's on. You know, people ask me, like, let's just take sex. Let's just take sex, all right? There are men and women out here that enjoy water sports, but you won't find that out. But then, you know, a lot of people say, well, that ain't everybody's business. True. It's not everybody's business. However, is it on you or is it in you? Because if it's on you, then it's not really something you like to do. It's not really you. You know? But I would still say, you know, let people know what it is that you've done, so they at least know the type of person you are psychologically, the psychological makeup of yourself. You know, there are men and women out here that like BDSM. What's wrong with letting people know that? Like, for real, what's wrong with letting people know that? Like attracts like. Bottom line. And that's how a lot of relationships out here get messed up. Because you put that opposite energy of who you are out in the world, and then when you get back that opposite energy, you don't like it because it's not actually what you want. It's not what you want at your core. It's not the true essence of who you are. And then you complain about the other person not changing. But you didn't own your shit to begin with. You know? Like with me. Everybody knows I love an older, thicker woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I've really dealt with. And I could usually swap out, you know, the older part if she's thick enough. But everybody also knows I like an intellectual woman. Why? Because I'm an intellectual man. I love to study. I love to read up on new things. And I'd like someone to be complimentary of that. So I put that energy out there. That energy comes back. I'm also a teacher at heart. So I'm looking for someone always, when it comes to interpersonal relationships, you know, I would say with a woman, I'm looking for someone who's looking to learn, who's looking to build, you know? So, but that's what it is I get back. At least it is now. Because what I used to put out was like super snobby, arrogant, you know, douchebag, self-centered, what's the word I'm looking for? Entitled asshole. And that's who I ended up getting in my last relationship, you know? And I take full responsibility for that because, again, life is all about energy. Like attracts like. You know, they say opposites attract? No, bullshit. It only looks like that on the surface. Like attracts like. Whatever you put out there is what's going to come back. So own your shit. Own your shit. Don't let society tell you what it is you should or shouldn't do. Don't let society tell you what it is you should or shouldn't like. No. You like something, you like it. But let it be known that you like it. Somebody want to call you a freak, a whore, a slut, an asshole, a douchebag, you know, any of these other negative terms, so what? That's on them. Because at the end of the day, people can only understand to their own level of comprehension. People can only comprehend to their own levels of perception. And a lot of people out here are living a lie. You know, an internal lie. They're lying to themselves. You know? Why you think you got so many, and this ain't a shot at homosexuals, but Why do you think you got so many homosexuals in the church? When people don't even, people got a notion, but people don't always know that these homosexuals in the church, because they live in a lie. Why do you think you got so many men and women in the church fornicating? Why do you think you got so many men and women in the church that are married, that are out here having affairs? Because they are living a lie. They are living a lie because they are denying themselves because of a construct that was given to them, because of an indoctrination into something that is completely opposite of what it is that they want. And the real reason that they do it, I believe, is because they have no real self-control. Like, I'm not religious. However, Jesus said all things in moderation. Not just some things, all things in moderation. Basically, hell, water is great for you. Water is the best thing out there. But if you drink 10 gallons of water a day, you'll drown yourself. Alcohol is good to an extent. But if you drink so much, you get, cirrhosis of the liver. So all things in moderation. The purpose of life is to live, folks. And it's too short to deal with stupid stuff that's basically your own doing, because you are denying yourself of who you really are. You're lying to yourself about who you really are, and thusly lying to everybody else about who you really are, and then complaining about the circumstances. All right? So, like I said, today, I want you guys to own your shit. Own your shit. And honestly, I'm going to take it a step further. All right? Anybody who wants to know anything about me, like, it's a Q&A session right now. Any questions you got about me, send them to me or post them up here. I'll respond directly to you. Hell, I'll put them in the comments. Because I own my shit. I am who I am, and that's all that I am. And that's all I can be. If I want to change it, it's on me.